definition of an American?
I mean, I feel like at the core, being an American is part of somebody's identity. So I think it's really, for the most part, up to, whether or not a person considers himself an American, or whether, somebody else would consider you an American as well. I don't think it's something to be quantified. I think it's part of the identity that, again, somebody just has of themselves, and it's just like an intrinsic feeling type of thing.
Sense is someone who tries to maybe follow and apply the principles that the country was founded on. I don't think it necessarily has to be someone who was born here, because there's a lot of immigrants who do follow American policies and traditions. I also don't think that many people who might have been born and raised here might end up being considered American if they don't really believe in many of the things that the country was founded on, such as free speech and tolerance, things like that. So I think it's really anyone who chooses to believe those things and comes here for that purpose, or is born here with it.
Citizen to be an American?
I don't think they necessarily have to be a citizen, because a lot of people come here, like they might be in the citizenship process, so they might have a green card and still be waiting for citizenship. Sometimes it takes 10 years for people to do that, and they become American along the way. So I mean, it's really arbitrary to define that.
So there's no concrete line saying someo's American, someone's not.
I don't think so.
Okay, thank you.
I think that when someone is patriotic and loves their country and wants the well-being of their country, plus they're a citizen and they live in the land.
Yes.
And I was born in Ireland and I'm Egyptian, no, I consider myself 100% American, because this is if there was a war, I'd be behind this country.
That's kind of tough, because it really depends on what your value is as an individual. I mean the most, I guess, exaggerated, the most dramatic example of that is during the Cold War era. You had people who were American citizens but didn't really affiliate themselves with the American values. They were all about communism. So would you consider those people Americans? And a lot of people did not. They were you're not American because you don't believe in our political and ideological beliefs. So ultimately, it really depends on what your values are. And if they're very aligned with American values, then for the most part, I would say you are an American. Citizenship kind of solidifies it, but it's not a qualifier.
What is your definition of an American?
Well, I don't think that there's one definition that makes someone American, but I think America is, it's a big melting pot, and so it would be someone that embraces the diversity that we have and values the freedom and the principles that this country was founded.
What makes somebody an American?
Okay.
Somebody who follows the laws set forth by our Constitution. Somebody who observes the rights that are outlined for us in the Bill of Rights. Probably a citizen of the United States, I would say, makes somebody an American. Somebody who votes. Somebody who obeys the laws set forth by the law enforcement officials.
And I think that's the beauty of being an American. Just being very accepting of other people's cultures and willing to change a little bit, or to just open their own perspective to new ideas. American, because my definition of American isn't cut and dry, you are an American or you're not. I think it's more of the ideas that Americans stand for. Is more of a defining characteristic of what an American is.
David, what is your definition of an American?
My definition of an American would have to be someone who not necessarily is a citizen, but just any person that values the same principles that the country was founded on, such as individual freedom, tolerance, and the right to privacy.